My name is Eric Strebel. I'm an industrial designer. Welcome to my channel about product design and making. I hope that you like, enjoy, and become a subscriber. Make sure that you hit that little bell next to the subscribe button too, in case you haven't already done so. That way you'll be notified every time I have a new video. For this build, we're going to use a prop cane, a ceramic skull that I got at a local convenience store. We're going to use some polyester body filler and a bolt and some tissue to help diffuse the light. This is the order that the things are going to go together with. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the electronics out of the skull that came in it, and we're going to pull out the switch since we need the switch to be remote. Next, we're going to extend the wires so that way I can turn this thing on or off anytime I want. I'm just going to solder on some little wires here to extend the wires outside of the skull to where I can easily manipulate it with my fingers at any time. We're going to put the unit back together. Yes, I'm going to seal the battery up inside this thing. It's not going to be very replaceable, but I think the battery is going to last a long time. It's just a single LED. We want to diffuse the LED light a little bit better than the original, and we'll put in some tissue paper from like an old MacBook Pro that came on the screen. We need to cut down the plastic around the electronics so that it can easily fit inside the skull. I want the light to be a little bit farther inside the skull. I'm going to make a simple frame to grab onto the ceramic skull. And I'm going to use some polyester body filler to do that. It's easy to whip up, malleable, easy to spread in place, and I can quickly make something that's strong enough to support the skull and then attach to the cane. The really great thing about polyester body filler is that when it's still soft, it's super easy to manipulate, and so I'm just cleaning it up. Here, we're drilling a hole into the top of the cane and threading in our bolt so we have a little bit of strength. And you can see how things are going to kind of go together. Here, I'm just putting some grooves into the top of the bolt so that the polyester filler is going to attach a little bit better to the steel. I'm just creating a little knob on the top of the cane, and now we're going to go ahead and we're going to super glue the electronics onto the top of that before we put it inside the skull. We use a little accelerant to move things along here with the cyanyl acrylate or the super glue to make sure it's bonded, and we can quickly move on to finish this. You can see how things are going to kind of go together, and yes, to all the haters out there, like I said, I know, battery's not going to be replaceable. It's kind of a one-time use thing, and so it's no big deal. We're going to Bondo everything together here, so it's going to be nice and strong. It's not going to come apart on me. Pretty simple to put that together, and you can see I have the wire just sticking out there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a switch on there so that we can turn the lights on and off. First, we're going to use a cheese grater, and we're just going to grate down some of that polyester body filler. When it's soft, super easy to manipulate and easy to form. I'm going to trim off the wire and solder on the switch. We'll strip out the wires here with a little wire stripper so that the leads are exposed, and we can tin them up and solder the switch back into the circuit. Now that the switch is back into the circuit, we're going to put a little bit more body filler onto everything to make it all nice and smooth. You're probably wondering where I get black body filler from, and that is merely polyester resin mixed with ink toner from a laser jet machine. It's super cheap, doesn't cost anything. You probably have an old cartridge laying around you can mix in with your body filler and make it black or whatever color you want. Works really well. Just cleaning everything up with the cheese grater again here, and we're just about done. Alright, we're going to pull off that blue painter's tape that was guarding the cane, and that's going to trim off the body filler pretty nice. Any little rough edges we got left here, I'm going to trim off with a X-Acto blade. Trim it all off and maybe give it a light sanding. Hope you enjoyed that quick and easy LED skull cane build. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can click on the little icon on the bottom right of the screen to do that. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Rock on. Click here to watch some of the other design and making videos that I have. If you'd like to have your music featured in one of my videos, drop me a line.